Semen retention gives you something that most guys are never going to feel in their life or experience, which is being the fucking man. The man inside you, okay? It's like some kind of invisible power, some invisible energy, okay? So basically, right, if you've been addicted to porn for at least a year, you're probably going to feel like shit. You're probably going to constantly feel a cloud of shame above your head. You're going to feel very insecure about yourself. You're going to be panicky. You're going to be anxious. All these other feelings. And it gets to a point where you just kind of accept them as, oh, this is just how I am. But then you get onto semen retention. And then you realize how different life is. And you think that the whole world around you has changed just to benefit yourself, when it's more the opposite way around, of that you've actually changed to benefit yourself and the world. And from those spiritual sort of terms I've just used, I'm just telling you that, like, you're going to get these feelings that you've never felt before, or at least not in a long time. And it almost feels like a dream, because sometimes I feel them in my dream of like being this ultra masculine man. And look, society can say whatever, and society promotes, like, you know, girl boss kind of behavior, and like, oh, I'm a strong independent woman and I can do everything by myself. And then comes along this really fucking masculine man who's been retained for fucking like 90, oh, I'm gonna say 90 days, but I'm gonna say even longer than that. Let's say 120 days or so. He's been retaining for that long. And like, all of this fucking shit of like this woke shit and the girl boss mentality, everything that, all that melts when that fucking masculine guy comes along with his, that balls are fucking full of his testosterone and everything. And, you know, I don't want to get into too much detail. You get the idea, right? He comes along, and all of the logic for the women, like all those sort of like terms, everything, they go out the window. And then enters the more feminine, traditional woman, which they all know biologically is the natural kind of being. And it's just interesting to see the dynamic sort of completely flip of what they say they want and what they actually respond to. And I can't say right now that I'm at that position of the ultimate alpha male, Adonis, Sigma male person. But what I will say is that I've seen examples like this, and I've just noticed trends that happen, that the longer I retain everything, the more I feel like the masculine, bold side of me returns. And, you know, I understand who I was actually meant to be. Like, I wasn't meant to be this fucking loser who's always insecure about everything, who's really panicky, always super anxious about anything, even just about like going outside the house. And like, now I understand, like, oh shit, this is what being a man is actually supposed to feel like. It's none of these other things like trying to sort of like flex 24/7 your muscles. It's none of that. It's generally just a feeling inside you. I don't really know what it's like. I can't say, because I'm not a woman, like, oh, this is what it feels like to be a woman, okay? Because I just don't know that. But as a man on retention, you just kind of know, like, oh yeah, shit, this is how a guy's supposed to feel. He's supposed to feel like rock solid when attractive girls talking to him. He's supposed to, you know, feel like the fucking dominant one. Like, again, this could probably get me cancelled if this channel blows up to a certain point, but I'm just telling you, this is the way things are, and this is the way that men and women, you know, want it to be, like traditional men and women who are not confused about who they are. And this kind of boldness and confidence, this masculinity, just can't be faked. You see some people, right, they go around and it's so cringy, and I just fucking hate them, honestly, right? They go around with this walk that they fucking own the place, because they put on this persona that they're this ultra masculine man, when really they're just putting all the show on, and it's so obvious to see. But the only difference, and the reason why women still go to them anyway, is because that fake confidence, you know, what women perceive to be true and what was actually true is really blurred for them. So like, they mistake the fake confidence guy for the guy who's actually confident. So to them, it's the same person. And like, for guys, it's so obvious to see, like, oh, you can tell he's faking that walk, how he's walking, he's faking his confidence. But like, when the majority of men around the world are fucking drained all the time, they have no energy because they keep relapsing, it's almost like they have no soul inside of them. It's like the soul has been snatched out of them, and they're like put into like a default NPC mode. And I'm not an Andrew Tate wannabe, but I'm just saying, like, it does feel like there's so many NPCs in this world that just go around their normal life, and they're looking to blend in purposely. Whereas me, I'm looking to stand out. And that's fucking dangerous, right? Because I've seen some guys now, and I've been retained long enough to see that some guys will just fucking hate you just because, you know, you you look different to them. I'm not saying like appearance wise, but I'm saying like how you present yourself and the fact you've been retaining for a while. Some guys just will. I don't really understand. Like, I'm still learning myself. Why do some guys just fucking hate you, man? Like, honestly, like, they just see that you've got a better life or you feel better internally about yourself than they do. And there must be some kind of jealousy or something like that. I don't know. But like, I see loads more videos about it, about people retaining, saying the same thing. They're like, just random guys who just fucking hate them or just like be a dick to them. And it's like, if this is the only like negative of retaining, then fantastic, honestly. But I've kind of noticed that sometimes just people just giving me looks, man. I'm just thinking like, bro, I'm just talking to girls. Like, what's the problem? They must be jealous because they never have that kind of boldness or like confidence to go and talk to women. But again, the confidence comes naturally once you've been retaining. But there's also this amazing feeling of knowing that you have this sexual discipline. And I think that's what it boils down to, is having the ability or having the control to decide whether you want to relapse or not, and just choosing not to. Because that's so fucking powerful. Again, I watch countless YouTube videos of other people, you know, who've been on semen retention, and they've actually told like the girl, like, oh, by the way, I'm on this thing called semen retention, and they get fucking turned on by it. Now, look, I don't recommend you go out to girls and say like, hey, girl, I'm on semen retention. Oh, you like me now? Like, no, it's not gonna work like that. But girls are already attracted to these guys, and once they get curious about why the guy is just, you know, they don't understand themselves, the girls, why they're attracted to certain guys, and it's because they have that sexual discipline. Oh man, that's what brings you the most confidence and feeling really fucking bold. Is just knowing that, like, yeah, I'm just choosing not to relapse, and you don't feel like bad about it at all. That is a fucking turn on for women, like, because women ultimately they want sex just as much as guys, if not more, right? They love the experience, and you might think, oh no, they don't, Ev. They only want 6 foot 4 guys. Blah, blah, blah. No, stop like blackpilling yourself and everything. Okay, they want sex just as much as guys do. Okay, if not more, and they almost want the person that they can't get because they know there's competition for the guy. So they might say, oh, I want a dad bod or whatever, because they realize that, you know, there's less competition for the dad bod. But what they really want is someone who's fucking chiseled with a 6-pack and is really muscular. Not saying it has to be bodybuilder level, but around, say, that type. Because they know they're going to have that protection. That's what they really are attracted to, even though they might say they want one thing. And once you just know you've got that kind of like sexual discipline inside you, whether you're a bodybuilder or not, there's just like a flip that just switches. And again, I'm not saying that all women are just like sticking to you now. But you almost like create this like game with them that you never intended to play or even start. And they almost love the game of like the hunt. It's like they are just like, for some reason, they feel some way about you, and they don't understand why they feel this kind of like energy driven towards you, this kind of vibe or this aura, this radar going off that triggers them. And it's like, I honestly love it. And I've had very like limited experiences. I've had like 2 encounters like recently where girls are just fucking like, you can tell the way they smile at you, the way they like keep eye contact with you, how close they stand to you. You can tell there's something there. And it's like, they don't fully know what it is that is attracting them to you, but they're just naturally letting their feminine energy and their feminine nature just become attracted to you, okay? Because, I mean, you've got this sexual discipline and you know what it is because you've been on fucking semen retention, but they don't know that. And like, that to me is like, it's such like a funny thing, but it's also like a really like powerful. And the thing is, you don't really have to do anything then, because all you've been doing is not releasing the most precious thing that's in your body as a man. They don't know that, but because you've got like this smirk in the back of your mind thinking like, oh, she has no idea, like, but yeah, I've been just like farming this sexual discipline all this time. And when you feel the long-term benefits of this, it's like, okay, I understand now. This is what I've been doing wrong my whole life. I've been releasing the most precious thing that I've got inside my body. And that's the reason why I'm broke, my life sucks, and 10 other 1,000 reasons, okay? So by just knowing that 99% of guys won't ever experience this feeling, which is really fucking sad, okay? But this is what got me curious, because there were very few people that actually were like on semen retention. There was people making no-fat videos and all that, and the no-fat benefits, I'm like, but like, the reality is that most guys are lying about it. Most guys are not on semen retention and they haven't quit porn. But when you realize how little your competition is, doesn't it feel great? Like, let's be honest, right? Scarcity like creates value. And yes, it's really sad, right? And the reason why I'm making this channel is because I want more people to learn about this. I want to spread this message so that more guys can get onto it. And the reality is, there's always going to be a small amount of competition in this kind of field. because it's like the most desirable thing to do. It's the most pleasurable thing to do. So by me knowing that like I'm just not doing the most pleasurable thing, and that's going to give me limitless benefits, like holy shit, you get like everything. I mean, you know, it's just in the same like capitalist world, like, you know, the top 1% make the majority of the money, and then the 99%, you know, make average wages or less. And to know how good it feels to know that you've got like no competition, whilst you should embrace competition, you should be competitive, because that is what's going to increase your testosterone. That's what's going to make you a better man. Just knowing you've got like literally no one else doing this, I'm just really curious to sort of start this YouTube channel and document my journey and see what would happen if I actually did start retaining. Because there's been so many times I wanted to quit porn, but then it just got to a point where I just got fucking curious and thinking like, you know what, I want to see what this bitch has in store and what is actually going to come of this. I want to see, because people say, oh, you're going to attract women, you can do this, you can do that. But I want to see for myself what the actual benefits are, because I'm fed up of saying that, yeah, it's all well and good, you're experiencing that, but I don't know if I'm going to start this journey because I don't really know if I'm going to get the same benefits. Whereas now I'm actually doing it, and now I'm slowly starting to see the results. So if that's enough to get you started, honestly, like I have a free school community called Aura Academy, which is linked down below. It's currently free right now at the time of recording and releasing this video. I will eventually charge for it, but I've already got a free course, a full course on how to quit porn and start your semen retention journey. It's literally completely free right now. And if you join now, you get lifetime access for free, whereas other people in the future will have to pay a recurring fee every single month. Whilst it might be still low, you know, it's for the rest of their life as part of as long as they're part of this community. Go to the description now, have a good one, and as always, remember why you're doing this.